Dennis Belford.
Here.
Bill Jones.
Here.
Tom Holland.
Here.
Right, we want to pour out, going further, we want to say a prayer for Dean Noel Masters. He's in the hospital in Florida. I think he's recovering, but he had a bad bout there. He was very sick, so we want to say a prayer for Dean for his recovery. We'll be some beating here and hope he gets better soon. All right, Dennis, will you please some prayer?
Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day. Thank you for another court meeting, Lord. Pray that you just be listening as we make decisions for the court, Lord, and for the county, Lord. Just help us to do what we can to help our county to be better and be a better place to live, Lord. Just pray that you just guide and direct and keep all of our workers safe, especially with Dean Noel there. It's in the hospital there in Florida, Lord. Just touch and heal his body and just bring him back home this week soon, Lord. And I pray that you just help him not have any more trouble like he's had, Lord. And just heal his body and just pray that you just be with our county and everything we've done, Lord, and just keep us safe tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Don't see a flag. I already explained.
Where is the flag?
All right.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. I want to thank everybody for coming. Let's go ahead and get into the reports. Solid waste. Mitch, what do you got?
Our receipts for the month of May were $61,197.85. That's a good month. Really the biggest news is, of course, if you live out in the county, you know, we're having some issues with pickup. We've got 2 trucks down. Our 2 main trucks are 550. One with transmission issues and the other with the main hydraulic seal that I couldn't. So, but as y'all know, we have 2 new ordered, and the salesman said today, anytime. They should be any day. So that's what we're waiting on, and sooner the better. So people just have to please bear with us while we go through this struggle. Then we got a dozen dumpsters coming too, so we're still waiting on them. Maybe a couple weeks on them. We'll get through it.
Thank you.
Be patient.
You know, the trucks down with that, they stay down. I mean, it's just, they get back up a week or 2, they're down again, but we've got them 2 new ones coming, so hopefully cavalry's on the way. Thank you, Mitch. Road, Kev.
Of course, everybody knows we've been busy with the flood and all of a sudden we've had trees down. We're on a, man, getting all them picked back up and cleaned up. We're getting ready to start pulling some ditch lines, getting hanging lined up back there for the summer. We've been doing good, starting our 2nd round of white driveway cutting, so we're doing good. Blacktop's far back up, Ronnie got it going back up. We're trying to get stopped back up.
Good, the department's working hard, appreciate you. Appreciate our solid waste and hard work. Those guys work, it's a real job. All right, ambulance and Blake, he was going to be here, but there's a situation coming up out in the county right now. But he's had to be at it. I'm sure he's not here, I don't have a report, but corner, thank you. Economic development. Scott, you got anything?
I'm getting a form out of 126 1 week right now. Really might just a few more in a week past about 2 days. So everything's starting to look good this time.
Good. Sure isn't bigger here. All right, notice the record, Madras County judge has received bank balances, financial reports of May 31st, 25, copy of the from the May 25 meeting list of claims for 2025. Notice the record, I declare the local state of emergency on 5/17/25. All right, we have anybody want, think you want to address the court? Okay, if you want to stand up, just
us. And it was a choice, it wasn't a law that we had to pass, it was just a choice. We
Yeah,
got-
it was the state passed a law, we opted in.
But you didn't have to.
Well, they're riding anyway, and they're riding anyway.
I know this.
This puts restrictions on them, okay? They have to have mufflers, they have to have tail lights, they have to
This
have
just allows
windshield.
them to ride because the sheriff won't do anything to control it.
Yeah, I think-
Wide open there. We've got a campground out there, they're opening a store, Britannia is clearing their property off, we hear that it's going to be a campground. The people that are running the Riders Ranch are trying to buy the 100 acres on Hollywood to expand their campground. We're a residential neighborhood. We don't need all this, we don't want all this. And we just need an ordinance to control all this. It's fine that we have economic development, Lee County is growing, but there needs to be controls on it. The residents are being pushed out to allow somebody to come in here and spend 2 or 3 hours. We're the ones getting pushed out, and this is not fair.
Well, it wasn't just, all the counties around us, everywhere has passed this, so not just Lee County, but all
Well,
the
I know
counties.
this, but it was still a choice. It didn't have
It's a
to
choice,
be.
and I supported it.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. You supported Hollywood when it first opened up too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's made our lives hell since it's been open.
I mean,
You people should come out there and visit and see what goes on in our neighborhood. You come out there 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're riding up and down the road. It's impossible to sleep. It is impossible. There is no control over nothing out there. It's wide open like the Wild West. Nobody cares about Highway 1036. Nobody cares. We're always at the far end of the county, and we just get nothing. All we do is pay our property taxes, we get nothing in return.
Now, you say that they were already riding like this, right? They're already affecting you, you're saying.
Well,
you
they
can't
have
sleep.
been, but
So
that's-
us passing it, letting them ride, I mean, really, it can't do anything but help.
I don't
Because,
see how that is.
well, they're already, it's already affecting me, so I think all they can do is help.
Okay, well, let's forget the resolution. We
Okay.
need an ordinance to control the building that's going on out there. The cabins, the short-term rentals, campgrounds, stores. We live there. We're residents. We're all.
I mean, I understand that, but I don't know if there's ordinance we can do to control that, is there, Tom? I mean,
That would be,
That's a
getting
zoning.
close to a zoning ordinance.
yeah, zoning, something zoning, but
Nuisance and noise, yeah, you could pass one for noise and.
You could probably pass a noise ordinance, but not restricting the village.
yeah, not restricting the building, the noise ordinance and stuff. I mean, we could, like Tom said, probably pass a noise ordinance, we could look at get an example or something, maybe pass a noise ordinance, but are you talking about the noise from side to side?
Side-by-sides, campers, what do they call this thing? Generators run all night long. Yeah, we hear that at our house. You hear it in the house. They party all night long, there's music, they're running up and down the road. When nighttime comes, they don't want to ride the park because it's pitch dark over there and those trails are horrible. So they hit the road.
What kind of noise, what would it want to look like, Tom, to control like generators and stuff? I mean,
Just have to draft an ordinance.
how would you enforce that, like if a generator's running for so much
Well,
noise?
yeah, that's it.
So many decibels.
What,
So many
that's what
decibels.
Well, who would be able to say how many decibels is what?
You would have to be able to read the decibels on it.
I'm sure there's some kind of,
Yeah.
something that you.
Is the campground in Lee County side, or is it on the other side?
You
It's
know,
only Riders Ranch is in Lee County.
Right, right, left side, I think the weekend, right side.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to,
It's Lee County side, we might be able to do, I mean.
But the Powell County noise is fading over into Lee County. We're hearing, if it's above 50 decibels, it's not supposed to be. If you can hear it 200 feet from the source, it's not supposed to be.
So if-
I can hear ATVs at Hollywood, at my house, in the house.
if it's Powell County, it's bleeding over in Lee County, we couldn't enforce that, could we, Tom?
I don't know. It would be. I think maybe you could if it were bleeding over to Lee County, O'Reilly, and there was ordinance in Lee County, I don't know who would have to file it.
I wouldn't be opposed to it, looking at our ordinance and seeing what, we can draft up. Maybe let Tom look at it and let's look at it. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Okay. They sit over there and rev their motors up, we're not impressed, we don't care. They rev their motors up constantly.
I understand you. I mean, I wouldn't want to have a house or live like that either. I wouldn't, but.
You just can't enjoy your outside life. We've been stripped of our rights. We've got horses and we can't even ride horses on our own property. You cannot. Because when they go past our house on that straightaway, they're flying. Absolutely flying.
I'll be glad to, me and Tom maybe get together and look at something, maybe look at what some other communities have and,
The city of Canton just passed one.
yeah, you just tell me that. Kathy May, yeah, I may have heard the senior games and talked to her a little bit, so I know her a little bit.
This new order, new law that the state passed, they should have to have mufflers on their saddles.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, this new law that the state passed that we opted in on, that it makes them, they have to have mufflers and they have to be a certain, on that end.
Would we have to equip the county with a way of measuring the decibels in order to write a citation? No, would we
Well,
have?
see, that's why I don't really, I don't
You'd have to have some kind of, like something
We
needed.
can buy a decimal meter for $20 on eBay, so we deal.
I wouldn't be opposed to looking at a noise ordinance, I would be.
Okay.
And,
We certainly need something out there to control what's going on.
we can, KCO, Kentucky Association of Counties, might even have a model one that we can look at, maybe, me and Tom get together and kind of see what.
Sure, they got the same problem in other areas that they've had to address.
I'll be glad to look at that, I will, maybe we can pass some.
Those campers that come in from Riders Ranch are too wide for our road. They're constantly running us off the road. We busted 2 tires on the trails last summer, off the road. They're too wide. And not only that, they've got a trailer behind them with 3 side-by-sides on it. And this is ridiculous.
I will look at that, I'll try to find the ordinance and get with Tom. And if you guys, y'all are agreeable, look at something, maybe bring it back.
Yeah, I'm like her, I wouldn't want to live out there either, man.
I mean, I wouldn't want to put up
Well,
with
the
it,
problem
but
is
I mean,
everybody
it's,
maintains it. Have you heard that the Outland Back Road is trying to buy Hollywood?
Yeah, I hear that.
I would say if our cover has anything to do with that, that will calm down some with some rules.
Yeah.
Because nobody's out there but like on a
I know
Saturday.
there's nobody out there. Nobody controls Hollywood.
So that might help that situation a little bit, somebody's there. At
I
least
can't
half
imagine
week.
somebody giving $2 million for that worthless piece of property.
Well, the thing about it is, if you buy a patch for them, you can buy anywhere they've got a trail.
Yeah.
You give $100 now for Hollywood, they're gonna do it for 25.
Mhm.
You can ride to Floyd County on the side of the road.
Yeah.
The way that works, you're like 20 miles on the blacktop. If I ride 19 here on the blacktop and get in the woods, when I come out of the woods, I ride another 20.
Right, exactly.
So I think they'll have a few more rules there than what Hollywood has now, if they get a hold of it.
Well, the good thing about it, the machines are not made to ride on the highway.
Right.
They'll blow it up. It'll be all right.
They take care of themselves now.
Exactly right.
we will look into that,
All right.
I
All
promise.
right, thank you.
Anybody else, what we going to the end? Denise, you want, I know you want to speak again.
Is that okay? Yeah. So last month I explained properly, but this might be tough to remember, so I prepared the document.
Yes.
Yeah. So, sorry, I only have 5 papers. So yeah, so it has an issue for the road rock. The road is a dust issue and very matter for me that is because of health issues or the dust from dust. So it's every day. Again, every day that has like 100 people on the road and it makes a huge dust to my home every day. So I want to, I want to have my request is a 3 item, like a switching like a black road, like a asphalt driveway so the permanent solution from the dust issues, and or even add a speed, a bump or a zigzag to barrier, so it makes avoiding the high speed on the road, so reduce the dust issue. And one of the country that is giving familiar that they are working the road maintenance to make a flat, but actually that makes the worse more makes dust after this, it's significantly worse to make a dust. So I want to stop I hope that they stop in the road maintenance until they make a budget. That is my speed request. And so basically they can make a quote to have to make a truck road and approve the budget and switching. So the length of the road, that is only the 0.3 miles from the asphalt road, so it's not so long, and it's not included here, the steep here, so I think it's just the residence area is needed to fix the road. So I hope I can show something in the video, yeah, it's every day, the 100 vehicle is pass the morning and back in the evening every day. So it's a very dangerous situation.
I feel for you, like we talked last time, when you come to the office, and of course, you knew when you bought the place what you had there, you got a gravel road there. And me and Kevin talked, and we kind of, I don't know the solution unless we blacktop it. We're just gonna see how much it's gonna cost us. So Ronnie, what do you got any ideas?
Well, 3 tenths, it's gonna take quite a bit, you know.
I mean, a lot of times we try to go where there's more homes. I don't know a good solution until we just have to see what we can do. I wish I could say, yeah, I want to let everybody stop the whole thing, but, I don't know.
So can you make a procedure to make a quote and
Maybe we are going to get a quote.
yeah.
We are going to get a quote and see what it costs.
Yeah, so maybe we can talk about the quote next month.
Once we get a quote, yeah, we'll look at it and see, and we'll have to see about the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are going to get a quote.
Yeah.
Just see what we're looking at.
Yeah. I requested originally from 2024, so last year, but it's nothing improved so far, and makes even worse. Because the dirt issues.
I understand,
Yeah. So.
We will get a quote, and we'll go from there and see what.
Yeah.
Thank you for it. All right, anybody before we go into this meeting? All right, approved minutes from the May 13th, 2025 meeting. I get a motion to approve vote. Dennis made the motion, Rodney second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Approved second reading of budget amendment number 4. Earl, can you
This is the second reading. We had the first at the previous meeting, and it was bringing in the new money from the state and also the CAECO truck lease for your new Mack trucks. So that's the only things that were involved.
Rodney made that motion, Dennis second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Approved second reading of budget fiscal year 25-26. Anything extra to say about that, Pearl?
I don't, except to tell you that when I got ready to send it in, I realized I had not checked my transfers. They're supposed to be, the transfer is supposed to come out 0. In and out, well, I was $9 off. I mean, it looked like a 0 to me, okay? But anyway, Angie knows me, okay? So I had to correct those transfers, $9, and I did that by decreasing the receipts in the jail fund by $9 and giving
them $9 more in transfers, so it all came out the same as far as the totals, but I did make a $9 mistake in the transfers, because it looked like a zero to me. But it's fine, it's signed and it's approved.
I get a motion to approve the budget. Dennis made it, Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approve a resolution adding into the county road system 1/10 of a mile on Hawks Point Road, and I think it's just something we approved the road, we just needed to do a resolution to,
Jackson added into
Jackson added into the system. Rodney made that motion. Dennis second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approve opening a new account at People's Exchange Bank, Lee County Fiscal Court Public Safety Grant at the request of CRAD.
May I talk about that just a
Yeah.
bit? And I have to do that because I opened it when they did this application for Justin's tasers, okay? And she said it had to be put in a separate bank account. Well, we have found out he's not getting funded, so I guess I need you to open it and I need your approval to close it because there's no use to have it, you know, every month coming in and out. So I need it an approval to have it opened and then it'll
I've
close.
got him on the agenda for
So
some.
we don't need to keep it for the sheriffs?
No, I asked him if it had to be separate and he said no. So do you think Craig is still going to try to do that or we're just
No,
paying?
I'm gonna ask the court.
Okay, no, as long as you pay for it out of your new money, it don't matter, Judge, it don't matter.
So we need to close it?
Yes,
So we're gonna do
open,
and close.
open and close that public safety, whatever that, however it's right there, Angie. And I will do that in the bank.
Okay.
It's got nothing in it, you know, but I had to do it for her application.
Dennis made the motion, Rodney second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved to renew Cape Anthem Health Insurance fiscal year 24-25 at $956.60 per month. Employee contribution will remain the same at $50 bi-weekly, so just approve renewing our Cape and employee contribution will remain the same. And the insurance company. Tim made the motion. Dennis second, all in favor? Anybody opposed?
We can go up to about $45 per. We're not
Let's see, I think I did about an 8 or a 9%. I think it was like more like 6 or 7% that it went up.
Approved employee paid Delta Dental renewal at 3% increase, 2673 monthly rate for fiscal year 25-26. Tim approved, made the motion. Rodney second, all in favor? Anybody opposed?
Angie Bill, change that 24-25 fiscal year to 25-26 for that health. Okay, thank you.
Approved the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security Law Enforcement Protection Program grant in the amount of $31,826.92 for the purchase of 10 tasers set for the Lee County Sheriff's Department. That is the grant they got. These people who approved that. Dennis made that motion. Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay, we'll talk, approve the purchase of 4-ton hot box laptop from Seal Master. The state bid price is $38,995.68. We might talk about that a little bit. Me and Dennis have talked a little bit about it, and Dennis thought it might be a good idea, and it looked like a good idea to me. Kevin, what do you think about that?
I kind of like to see an operation for it, going forward to see what it consists of, how well it does. And that's a 4 or 5 month machine, you're going to use 4 or 5 months out of here. I think we need to take a look at it. Maybe get on the demonstrator and see
I
what it
think the
does.
state uses their more than 4 or 5 months a year.
Right.
Might be something we could look at too, the state or.
So is it different than the black topping thing you've got down at the?
Yeah, it's different than that.
Like a patcher, I told
Yeah,
her.
this here's the actual blacktop machine. It makes about 4 tons at a time, and you gotta shovel it all out, you know. Myself, I like to see an operation, kind of, we see it's something we want to fool with.
What do y'all think? Gonna go ahead with it or gonna wait and look and try to get a demonstration on it?
That come demonstrate, I'm sure.
Yeah, so they will,
You know, it'd be good for like pipe, and take pipes out, and potholes, stuff like that. It'd be-
Look at it,
I'd like to get it, I mean, we can get it,
Right now, we got the money to get it.
I mean, approve it, and then if sometime if we can go next month, we can cancel it if we don't order it.
We can approve it, kind of hold off on maybe till we,
Get it done straight.
That'd be fine with me.
and then if we, looks good, we'll go ahead and get it.
And if we wait till next month, that's gonna be another month, and
Dennis, you wanna make a motion on that? Dennis made the motion.
I'll second.
Dan second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approved extraordinary circumstance pay for Blake Sloan for the flood for $2,626.95. This has been done in the past, and Blake has put in a lot of overtime on that, on the flood there. We can't pay him, just pay it. He put in the time he put in on that extraordinary, and I think we should.
Probably got us that much water.
Oh, he earned it, so
Tractor trailer on the water.
I'd like to get him.
I'll make.
Tim made the motion. Dennis seconded, all in favor? Is anybody opposed? Approved seasonal status, 3 months for Jordan Stanker, $14 hourly wage, and put Jordan on seasonal there. He'll work 3 months, and at the courthouse some, if we need him on solid waste, just kind of a roller for 3 months to get us through the summer, and then that'll be the extent of his work.
Make.
Tim made that motion, Rodney seconded, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approve the transfer from full-time to part-time dispatcher for Tiffany Roberts effective 5/8/25. So Tiffany's going from full-time to part-time. Tim made the motion, Rodney seconded, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approve the transfer from full-time to part-time for Chris Hayes, 911 coordinator, effective 6/5/25. And Chris Bud's moving down to part-time now, so, for full-time, so we just need to get that. Tim made that motion, Rodney second, all in favor. Anybody opposed? Approve the transfer from part-time to full-time certified dispatcher, free to size more than $14 an hourly wage, effective 5/8/25, no probation, and we just moving free up to full-time. Dan made the motion, Rodney second, all in favor. Anybody opposed? Approve the full-time hire paramedic Dustin Wade, Lee County EMS, June 4th, 25, 1550 hourly, 3 months probation. I met him, and he seemed very, very capable. It'll help us, on time, so that's somebody. Tim made the motion, Rodney second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approve full-time hire of EMT Charles Whitehead, Lee County Emergency EMS, effective 6/5/25, 1250 hourly, 3 months probation. Tim made the motion, Dennis second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Approve contract with Clare Emergency Management Group for administrative services of federally funded property acquisition programs related to disaster DR 4860. And Chance would come down and talk with me and Blake. He does this stuff. We have to have somebody start the process of the buyback stuff. We have to have somebody do that. So Chance come down and put a good proposal in with, talk to me and Blake. He said he's back here. Chance, you want to say anything? Yeah, real quick, what you'd be doing, just briefly.
Yeah, so I work hand in hand with Knott County with their property acquisition program for the DR 4663, which is the floods back in 2022. So we had 170 some odd properties that we had to buy through the program up there in Knott County. And as of today, we've probably purchased about 120 of them since then. The program is not a fast program by any means. It's long and drawn out. There's a lot of paperwork, a lot of things that has to be done, a lot of T's needs to be crossed, and I's got to be dotted. What we need to do now is go ahead and start that process with FEMA, and also the USDA has a program, it's kind of a program that mirrors itself out to FEMA one. I would appreciate the court's confidence and try my best to get this done through them. I got the list from, I think it's Brianna at KYM that you've been working with and got her stuff. She sent me the paperwork today. So I'll get started on that tomorrow if it does please the court. I think there's 7. The rest of them are commercial properties. So she and I are gonna try to figure out if we can purchase those commercial properties, because this program is mostly a residential type of program. That being said, the federal FEMA program is closed now. They are no longer taking applications. But if you guys know of anybody that would be interested in it, there's no obligation. It's a way to get your property appraised for free. The government will pay for everything. The USDA has a program that I talked to. They will extend me another couple months if more applicants or we see any need or anything like that here in Lee County. Do you guys have any questions for me?
I do. How are you paid?
How am I paid? So my base rate for services up to acquisitions, I have an assistant that will be assisting me. After the acquisitions start, it'll be 5% of the total cost of the property.
Does FEMA pay you?
Yes, so everything that the county has incurred will be reimbursed. You'll just act as a pass-through.
Okay,
So
when you say reimbursed.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you get paid along the way, and we have to pay you and FEMA reimburses us, or how does that work?
Yes, ma'am. So with the FEMA program, what happens is once everything is done, what I do is I submit an invoice to the judge or to the court, it'll be paid. Then after that, I send off what I've asked for, and the county gets paid to FEMA, and they reimburse you. It's a rather quick process. Right now, it's taking about 2 weeks to be reimbursed with FEMA. With the USDA, with their program, what they do is I don't get paid until they send the county the money. So the county is out absolutely nothing for my services or my fees or anything like that.
Does the money from FEMA for these buybacks, does it pass through our budget?
Yes, ma'am, it will pass through your budget. So in Knott County, we had to increase the budget up there about $25 million for the program in 22, and then with the program through 25, it's going to increase it another $25 million. So, but at the end of the day, everything is reimbursable. My cost, the cost of the lawyer that has to be paid, the cost of the appraiser, and all that.
In your experience with this reimbursement from FEMA?
Yes.
It really is, it
Yes.
really is speedy?
Yeah, you can ask Judge Dobson.
That's what Dobson said it was. It's just like you said, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said
You
it.
know, our experience with FEMA has not been that.
I think that's everyone. I think that's everyone, because I was affected in the flood in Breathitt County in 22, and it's an absolute headache.
Yeah, but not good. He said it was a quick process.
Okay.
So it's not.
It's FEMA money, but it's there's a different bunch of people who handle it.
Administrators?
Yeah, who handle
Yes.
the money.
Okay.
So it's not gonna be.
Yeah, this is all they do.
Yeah, there's a specific person in Frankfurt that handles everything.
You'll have to keep me apprised as far as, I don't know how long you're talking about, but if there's money coming in and coming out, I'll have to do the budget again.
Yes, that ain't no problem.
And this has to be done, so we had to get somebody, I've got Knott County Judge says he's great, I've had good references on work for Craig, so I think this is the guy. I get a motion to approve him the contract. Ken made the motion, Rodney seconded. Is that you, Rodney, on that?
Yeah.
All in favor? Anybody opposed? All right, Ken.
And if any of the magistrates, I don't know if you guys do like community meetings or have anything like that. I don't mind, I live over in Jackson, so if you want me to come over some evening, you have a community event, that just to get some more information out to people, because I know the water is a little bit murky with this. Just let me know.
Do you have a card?
Yes, ma'am, sure. Yeah.
Now, can we go through you, like if somebody's got a piece of property and they need to get it assessed and everything, is that the proper channel to follow?
Yes, sir. As long
Call
as
you and get the file
Yeah.
rolling?
they'll come to me and they'll sign it's called an NBI, Notice of Voluntary Participation, or Interest. And once they do that, that'll get the ball rolling. And then what I'll do is I'll send it up to make sure that they're eligible. And once they're deemed eligible, I'll go ahead and start the appraisal process. And then, you know, appraisal's not cheap, so see what we offer at least.
Did I understand you say at this point it's only residential?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we are working to try to figure out how we can get some of these commercial properties. We'll just have to wait and see. Thank you.
All right. Approved Brian Dunn, maintenance operator, Lee County Splash Park seasonal contractor. Brian's just submitting a bill every month, but he done the maintenance and contracting for us the last few years. He's done a great job. The Splash Park, by the way, the inspection was done today, which every year it opens, there's always electrical issue. That's what's held it up so long this year. But Brian, he's got it fixed. It passed inspection today, except when the phone is turned on, which is supposed to be turned on tomorrow, we'll open. So hopefully we might open tomorrow afternoon.
At least by a week.
The latest for Wednesday. But so if that phone's turned on tomorrow, we can open. So, but this is just put Brian back on the seasonal Splash Park contract. Dennis made the motion. Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? As Pearl mentioned, you know, Justin, he got turned down on his tasers, and I think the jailers need tasers. It could save somebody's life, and tasers can keep you from using deadly force, and you can control somebody with a taser. So I wanted to go ahead and try to get those for Justin and his deputies, so the jailers.
If it saves one life, amen.
Tim made the motion on that. Dennis second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? All right, that's $9,122.50. Approve hire Tyler Noel, full-time deputy sheriff, effective June 5th, 2025, at $19 an hour. Tyler started, he's doing a great job. He's passed all his stuff and go to the academy in the near future. Rodney made that motion. Dennis seconded. And all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Not long again. Discuss, approve, transfer.
They're in their folders. We do have some that were done in the last of May that you didn't see in your May meeting, and then there are some inter-fund transfers for June. One of those being out in your monies that came in, we're going to do $425 to the road. That's because Kevin couldn't take the Mack trucks to the auction in June, but we have to pay for those trucks because they didn't, our lease for the new ones, they want that old one paid off. So we'll transfer, and like he'll take the trucks to the auction August or whenever, so that'll be money coming in. But then we're gonna transfer 30 from the jail, and I believe I've got 10 or something like that for the solid waste. They're in your folder, but we'll have to do out of June.
Get a motion to approve those. Timmy made the motion. Dennis second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? All right, now we'll go to the order of the bids. See what we got here. contract. All right, Fiscal contract, hereby submit bids on the following asphalt paving items advertised. Asphalt base, .75, FOB plant, I guess that's, pick up the plant, is that right? FOB plant, is that what they did here? Pick up the 85, 75. Asphalt binder, .5 load, plant, 88, 85. Asphalt surface, .38, plant, 90, 95. Asphalt base, .75, in place, 108. Asphalt binder, .50, in place, 112, 55. Asphalt surface, .38, in place, 121, 50 a ton. That is me.
So if we don't get it, it's 90, 95, right?
Yes, sir.
And if they bring it, it's 121.
Is that them bringing or is that them laying?
Waiting.
That's the, install.
All right, okay, construction, asphalt per ton. The amount of this bid is to be, the amount of this bid is to be 190 a ton for surface asphalt. And eventually we need base asphalt, and the amount per ton is 185. Price per ton is including mobilization, equipment, materials, labor needed to pave various roads, directly in fiscal court. Thank you very much. That's his, so, 190 a ton surface asphalt, and eventually we need base asphalt, and amount per ton of 185 for mud cap. And, of course, I think Donnie's done a great job this last year on laying that blacktop. He just got done today. I couldn't ask for no better than what he's done. He's done a good job. I know his bed's higher, but he's a local guy. He does great work, and what he does, we know that he's gonna be there late. And, I recommend we take Donnie to the Mudcat Construction bid.
I'd like to ask Donnie a question.
Yep.
Donnie, how many, Lee County employees do you have?
Got 7.
How many?
7.
7. I make the motion to accept.
Ken made a motion to accept Mudcat Construction. Then I seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
Say aye. Anybody opposed? All right, Mudcat Construction gets the bid on the blacktop. Steve, only got to bring up one steel and let it, equal bid on steel. Double check it, just to make sure. Okay. Mudcat's on one on steel. Bid for skip repairs for various roads in Lee County. Now this bid is $45 per foot. Railroad steel used as pilings or retaining walls. A lot of our items for the bid that are included in the above mentioned price per foot. Mobilization, demobilization, drilling of steel, cribbing, filter fabric, backfilling. $45 a foot, so, and Donnie's done several of them, and they've all been out on the money. Like I said, I can't, his work is second to none. I mean, as Kevin can tell you, it's just second to none, and he's only being on the steel, but,
Great work.
yeah. I get a motion on that. Dennis made the motion, Tim seconded, all in favor? Anybody opposed? All right, still go for Mudcat. Gravel.
That's all we got, that's it.
Gravel. Nickel. Next year, we might do this a little different. We might, time to open these somewhere, doesn't have them set out, we're like, here, we won't have to open it up next month. Okay.
When you advertise, it won't be sealed bids, and it'll just be bids. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine, because that's the way you want it.
But you can't advertise and then have a time that you can open and have the.
I think you could, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I think
If
you've done
you're
that
all
before.
present. Yeah.
East Fiscal 2025-26 stone bid. Yeah, I can't. I read it. I'll bring my other glasses.
Well, you don't have your glasses on at all?
These are my, see, I forgot my read glasses.
extra.
You want to read it there?
I've got an extra.
Well, Angie, read that, I think it's a little bit small.
Okay, let's see, on bids grade, we've got $13.90. 610 limestone is $7.50. Number 8 is $18.70. 57s are $15.40. Number 2s, $15.40. Number 4 is $15.40. Then we got channel line, class 2 is $17.60, and channel line, class 3, is $18.75.
That's the only bid on that. So,
Make a motion.
Ken made a motion to accept. Tim seconded, all in favor? Anybody opposed? I actually think we forgot to accept, Hinkle bid of picking up the plank, if we gave it, I didn't, picking it up, they give a price for picking it up. What was that? Can you go back to that?
You ain't got none or something like
99.95 picked up the phone.
99.95 picked up the plank.
Oh, and that's what we're talking
Yeah, they picking it up. Donnie got the bid related, but picking up the plank, we will pick it up. We forgot to approve that. I'd get a motion to approve that, Hinkle for picking it up at the plank. Ken made the motion. Then second, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay, Hinkle got the bid for picking.
99.95.
We picked it up for $100. I'm late for $21.
Late.
Maybe lucky to get it.
That's $8.
Yeah, but next thing, I'll put on once.
Yeah, that's like.
Roll over.
Those numbers is numbers, they ain't right.
Hudson. Roll over.
That's like
Sleep on it.
cash. Oh, cash, yeah.
They right. Yeah, they right.
That's the place to do the phone.
Yes.
Do you still get stuff from them?
Yeah, once a year, before you go back.
Hudson.
We're getting reimbursed.
I beg your
I said, we're getting reimbursed.
RS2, 295 chip seal oil, A200, 298 paving blend cold mix oil, Enviro, 398 high performance cold mix oil, Bug bills, 35 cents for mixing cold mix. I read that right. Okay. All right, that's Hudson, that's the only one we got. Motion approved, Hudson. Rodney made the motion, Tim second, all in favor? Anybody opposed?
Kevin, get your PO with you. get ready to order that.
They want it, you can call when they come in and make it, if you want, or you can pick it up the phone.
I'll let you know how much.
When you gonna be able to get some of that?
We're in the process of ordering it now.
Okay, well, this is the fuel.
Fuel, that's all we want. Kentucky fuel supply.
Sure.
You might hear that. That already been here.
On-road diesel fuel will continue to be picked up at our location, 690 Highway 52. Our card lot price will be 4.90 cents per gallon markup. Plus all that for taxes, freight charge.
Almost 5 cents.
Yeah, almost 5 cents. Okay, and that's Kentucky fuel supply, that's all.
What we need to do, then, when I think Donnie will back me on this, we need to call him, because we've been getting no fuel there, we have to get, so the machine done, why here, they may not fix it, so.
Well,
I mean, we can approve it, so, but they need to.
Where are you getting it then?
We're getting off-road fuel. Off-road fuel from
Oh, you're getting off-road fuel from
them, because their machine's down,
where do you get that? I mean, where do,
right there, we get it off of
oh,
them.
do you, okay.
That's the machine that we usually use for on-road fuel.
Well, it's usually like the garbage trucks and whatever, go down there, you know.
All these are over there.
But so she's there, so they have to go to the shed.
So is the price, it's not.
Well, I mean, that thing will fix it, we need to know, because you pull out here, Shell Mark will drive here in 2 hours, they'll do it.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
mean, your pump will slow down there, you fill it with tank, eventually down.
Let's go through this. and
We can prove it out, then we can, they need to get it fixed, because we can get,
That's all.
Motion to approve Kentucky fuel. Peter, Tim make the motion. Tim, second, all in favor? Anybody opposed?
It's cold.
All these cool, sure.
Senator
Let's
Fiscal,
see.
sorry.
Covers on double wall plastic pipe bed, Ferguson Water Works. Twelve dual wall cover. This is
That's on the station.
okay, this is,
That's our station.
this is, okay. All right, 12 to 20. 12, rolling, I'm no way, HDP pipe, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, Kevin.
like,
Quantity 20, net price 745 foot, total 149. 15, 20, 12, rolling, SLE, HDP pipe, 29, 69.611 feet, 192.22, 1820, $3. 1290.934, 258.68 total. 24 to 20, and 12 rolling, HG pipe, 21, 222, 424.44. That's what I'm saying, next time it just takes so long, all this, we need to kind of amp this down, there's so many. 30 by 20 and 12 rolling, HDPE pipe, 41.156 foot, 823.12 total, 42 by 20 and 12. ASHTO HDPE pipe, 50 6 feet, 1,120.
9 times out of 10, 15 by 20.
LA 48 by 20, 72, 678 foot, 1450, 356, 60 by 20, 116.700 foot, 116.7 foot, 2334. That total 7372. Well, if you make it, I don't know, I ain't gonna say confused me.
Yes. But I mean, this is our size, but I mean, like this 15 by 20 culvert, that's 9 times out of 10, that's what we use for everything. And then 192 22. That's the
We know it's kind of like special.
I mean, but-
Okay, we got it.
But that 15 by 20 is, I mean.
That's an 18.
Culvert, 9
Right
out of
over,
10.
right over down. Sykes Family Farms. Kevin, you want to take the word? Well, I couldn't, I thought missing something.
Any other minutes in there?
I didn't see
There ain't no
that.
prices on this, says aluminum and
It says your aluminized metal pipe. Okay, so it didn't say they use the plastic.
that might just be a company that's wanting to specialize in aluminum pipe.
Okay, all right, 407 supplies. All right, here's 407 it's got here. Which ones do we need to, we look at here,
We use 15.
15 by 20, 18 by 20?
Yeah.
15 by 20, dual wall, 174.96. 15 by 20, dual wall, 253.52.
Use that.
That is 407 supplies, Jackson. Is that the one that we can hang on? I don't, I got to look at that. I said,
That's what they wrote on that side too. I mean, they put, they had wrote through it, they wrote, you know, price on there, there's nothing for, opposite of the, you know, all plastic either.
We can give it a try right here. We can't build supply. That's,
Let's see. He's got, the 15 by 20 is 190, the 18 by 20 is 256. And he's also got the 24 by 20, which I know we've used before. It's the, I mean, he's got some other prices on there, cover the, I mean,
That's typical one we use.
Who's that now?
Lee County Building Supply, that's local. I recommend we go local and go with Lee County Building Supply, I mean,
Yeah, I make a motion to accept Lee County Building Supply bid.
I get a second on that. Rodney seconded, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Lee County Building Supply on the covers. I think that's it, man. Okay. All right, that's all of them, now I just need, Dean's not here to make that motion, who's gonna stay in the shoes tonight, boy?
I'll make.
Dennis made the motion to adjourn, I give a second. Tim second, all in favor?
as good as old Dave.
We miss old Dean, we hope he gets well soon.